Hello and welcome to the Glesga podcast. Remember and share where you're listening from. Coming up this week, see if you had to get a cosmetic procedure. You had to. What would you get?
A Tadger extension.
Is that what you would get?
Aye, I'd get a 10-foot willy. And I would go and service other ladies in the town.
I get my nose done maybe about 15 years ago.
I know, would you?
It get broke.
Caught in the flaps of somebody's arse. There was a lady I knew once who had an enormous clitoral hood.
Right.
No, seriously. It was like one of these things they used to put phones inside at airports in the 70s. Amazing.
But before then, we're talking about everything. Cosmetic surgery.
You know I've been getting a lot of hate. You know that? I've been getting a lot of hate online. And one guy, he said, he's talking about my teeth, right? And he went like that. Fuck's sake. He says, what have you got for teeth? Are they sugar puffs? Right. But at the time I went, you fucking cheeky bastard. Right. I was fucking raging.
That's funny.
He went, if you get fucking sugar puffs for teeth, I went, you fucking cheeky bastard. I'll come down to England and everything and book your bars.
Did you reply? Did you reply to him?
Aye, I'm fucking raging. Right. And then he went, oh, I fucking went, fuck you and fuck your mother and fuck it. I don't know what I said. I think I probably said...
Oh, never take the bite.
No, I know, I fucking know, right? Because then you get a pile of these arseholes. Because they know they're getting to you, and before you know it, it's fucking lot of flies around a job, man. Fucking having a right good chunk of you, taking a chunk of your ass. He says, what have you got for teeth? You go, oh, you fucking cheeky bastard.
That's why people get cosmetic surgery, because they're insecure with folks saying stuff like that, though.
That's what's tragic. You're right.
Aye.
You're right, Stu. That's what's fucking absolutely tragic. It's tragic. Right, now, what it does is, right, it makes you go, fuck, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I've got horrible teeth, I've got a fucking bulbous nose, I've got a squinty eye, I've got fucking gone baldy, right? There's a million things you can find fault with yourself. So your body, fucking dysmorphic, that's what they call it now. Body dysmorphia. No, I'm a bit of baldy. Right, all right, I've got teeth like sugar puffs. Right, big deal. I mean, and I remember someone said to me, man, what's wrong with your teeth? I went, they're real, you fucking idiot. They're real. Hey, where did you get your teeth, Turkey? No, they came out my maw. Right, they're real, you fucking ball-bag. Right, so, aye, fair enough. When I was away and I could have went to an orthodontist, got them straightened, but fuck, I didn't. Right, so my face looks lived in. That's what they say. I remember years ago, because you know I've made films and all that, right? Which for a guy that looks at this is fucking amazing. So I'm in the amazing business. I'm in the miracle business, right? And I remember I said to this producer, I says, I should get my teeth done. She says, no, it gives your face character. You know what that means? Means you're an ugly bastard, but you're interesting. That's what that fucking means. Cheeky cow. Anyway, but I'm more into, it's just a personal thing, right? I'm more into just doing the best with what I've got and accepting myself. I just accept myself. Sure, I could lose a bit of weight and be a bit fitter and maybe get a couple of inches on my cock and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, I'm what I am, and I'm into accepting myself. But it's easy for me. I'm in my late 50s. So, to be honest, once you get older, it's easier to accept yourself because, you know, there's less... You realise certain things and you calm down a bit. I could understand being a young person. See if somebody's 20 and 25 and you're completely, constantly fucking bombarded with all this imagery of perfection, innit? Beautiful teeth and beautiful faces and perfect sculpted and beautiful bodies. I mean, I remember I went to this spa hotel once, which is just a hotel with a fucking swimming pool. And I went down to the swimming pool, and it looked like a Greek kind of, or a Roman bath, right? It was styled like that, and there was all these beautiful people in, these fucking guys with the massive tadgers and all that, and the budgie smugglers and fucking tattoos and perfect turkey teeth and fucking perfect. I mean, they wouldn't get in the pool because it'll mess their hair up, but they were all. And their girlfriends, beautiful, stunning looking. But it was all about, they had their phones. I don't know what they were doing. Were they taking selfies or something and putting on Instagram? Yeah. Is that what they do? That's what they do, innit?
Take photos,
and they go, oh, look at me. And I was like, oh, I wonder what her handler's Instagram, whoever we chug. Anyway, so the point is, that's neither here nor there. But that's what you're up against. That's what you're up against. I mean, if you're ordinary looking and you're built like a bag of washing, that's what you're fucking up against. Right? You need to get your fucking flab or hoovered out, right? Liposuctioned and then get it popped into your arse to make your arse look like a fucking space hopper. And I don't know, right? You need to go to Turkey to get your teeth done and fucking get your ring box bleached. Fuck's sake, man.
It's sad. I was in the time capsule with Morgan, and there was a lassie with her wearing, and she had all the makeup on, the hairstyle, the eyelashes on, everything. And she was shouting at the Wayne because the Wayne was splashing her. And she was going mental, and I'm fucking throwing Morgan the other side of the pool and get under the water, and this woman's like shouting at her Wayne because she's getting splashed, and you're like, what are you doing, man?
I mean, the world mystifies me. Yeah. What are you shouting at your wains for? Well, I fucking shouted at my wains for decades. So, fair enough. And I didn't have all the makeup on. I was still an ugly fucker. Get your fucker.
Too busy trying to drown me.
So, I think it's just parenting. I think it's just stressed parents. I just think you get stressed about other thing. So, whereas she's in the time camp, she's going, stop splashing me. Stop splashing me. You'll wash my war paint off. I was going, fucking hurry up. Hurry up. I want to get to the boozer. It's the same thing but different. You've got different priorities, innit? Joe, fair enough. But this is such a massive, massive industry now. A wee nose job and getting the fucking duck lips and the coop and Botox to fuck and getting your eyebrows tattooed on and it fucking liposuction and getting your, I don't know, there must be thousands of things.
Folk in the industry say I've had Botox done. Other comics.
You've had Botox done?
No, other comics say that I've had Botox done and I've no. I know. I don't know why they think that. It's weird that.
You would see if somebody's had Botox.
Somebody said on my Facebook, they said, look at the side of your head, man. That's not a forehead, that's a six-head.
Fucking cheeky bastard. I know what happened. It goes up your farter, you tadger.
Fucker and wanker. And then you look at their profile picture and it's like one of their cat or something. They can't even bear to put a photo.
They're not even real people. Do you know what I believe? I believe some would be... See, some of the hate that you get online, it's people in our industry.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's comedians fucking trolling us. We know these malignant fucking bastards. We know them, and they're going, hi, how you doing? Great, I see you online. And I'm going, yeah, fucking, I hate they fucking, you fucking, so we're living rent-free in your head. Fucking get it around you. Here, yeah, a bit of that, up yours.
See, if you had to get a cosmetic procedure, you had to, what would you get?
A tadger extension.
Is that what you would get?
I'd get a 10-foot willy. And I would go and service other ladies in a town. Hey,
10 foot soft or 10 foot hard?
No, a 10 foot. Oh, it's 10 foot when it's sleeping. Oh, this should be fucking like a Trident missile, man. Here's the guy with the biggest bobby in the town. Here's big red rum coming with his horse cock.
It's painful though. Apparently, I wouldn't know.
A 10-foot wally, well, that'd make you bleed. Hey, it'd fucking knock your head off. To be honest, I wouldn't get cosmetic surgery done.
No.
I wouldn't get... In fact, when you get to a certain age, you probably want bits lopped off you.
Yeah.
So, actually, I'll answer the question in good faith. Right? That's F-A-I-F. F. Good faith. Right? Because I'm such a lazy bastard, and I love to eat and drink, because I've cost you a fortune on more than one occasion, I'd probably get the old flab hoovered out. I'd probably get that done. Get the old in there with a fucking Dyson to get the liposuction. I get her a flab hoover do.
I wonder how much they could take out though in one go.
Well, in my case, oh no, they could take out a fair bit. So I mean, I've probably
Think they'd have
4
to
stone overweight.
so they changed the bag a few times.
Yeah, cheeky bastard. Aye, all right, fair enough. It's a big bag to use, but I would say, aye, they would take out.
A stone, do you think? Do you think they could
No,
get?
they'd take out more than that, surely.
It's dangerous. So I think if you go to abroad, they can like puncture your stomach and all that, can't they?
Well, you hear about these horror stories, don't you? You hear about these poor people that go to like Turkey and all that, and before you know it, you first you hear about is a fucking GoFundMe page to get them I'm fucking serious. Right, that's the first thing you hear about. Oh, my mum's in Turkey and fucking getting a flab hoovered out, but she's
Or even worse, it's go find
she's
me.
like a fucking Tetley tea bag with 2,000 preparations. Can you put a tenner in the fund to get her home in the air
Or
ambulance?
it's a go find me because you went missing. God. Aye, you're right, the air ambulances and all that
Oh, it's
stuff.
it's tragic.
I think, to be fair, I think Turkey is quite good for teeth and things like that. If you do your research, it's like everything else. You've got to do your research.
Right, I tell you something, right? Now, my teeth are not the best teeth in the world, but they work. They do their job, right? Now, I've not got any problems with toothache, a fuck all of that famous last words. I bet you'll be in fucking agony in a week, right? But what I understand today, don't they take your teeth and make them into wee stumps and fit shit out the top of them?
Aye.
Because I was speaking to a guy, he got his teeth done here, and it was fucking thousands. And I went, but fuck's sake, I mean, is it permanent? He says, no, I'll probably need them done again in 10 years. So what if you've not got the fucking dough in 10 years? And it's not going to still be the same price, it's going to be fucking like double the price. And so you're going to have to make twice the money you're making the new to pay for that. So if you've not got the money to pay for that, you're walking about with fucking teeth like what?
Aye.
What are you walking about with?
You're right, they take moulds of your teeth and they go and get made, but you get a temporary fitting first of all, so it's like temporary
But
teeth.
they file down all your existing teeth.
Stumps, that's so they fit on. So the veneers fit onto your existing teeth.
Well, I don't know.
Aye.
That's all I know about it.
I got an email off a guy a few weeks ago asking if he could.
Would you like a 10-foot cock?
No,
I
sadly
get
no.
the emails all the time.
No, it's film. Apparently, there's stuff you get in your teeth now. It's like film that goes out it and it whitens. It's permanent teeth whitening, but it's film. And he was like, "Oh, if you,
Film?
I'll give you 50% off if you let me do an Instagram story about it and all that." I was like, "No,
So
I'll
he
just
puts like that
just
stuff
brush them.
you used to put on tables are called contact.
basically it's like
Aye, so
aye.
you can fucking just get into Ryman's and get some address labels and go, you go, fucking, that's the business. Fucking film, my boys. You just go into the art shop and get some of that film and go, there you go, fucking £4.50 fucking I'm the man.
I know folk that have got gastric bands fitted and they've had like huge results out that.
I'm going to talk about this specifically, right? The gastric band. It's brilliant for, like you say, getting results quickly and for reducing dangerous levels of obesity. But what tends to happen through time, they start piling on the beef again because it's an habitual thing. In order to lose weight, you need to eat less and move more. There's no fucking great science about this. There's no great secret, right? And what you do is you concentrate more on things like protein and you stay away from sugar and carbs. Sugar is the biggest fucking killer in society. What people say, no, it's fat, it's fat. It's no fucking fat, it's sugar. But nobody will tell you this, right? So we've been living for the last 50 years on fat-free diets, right? And we're fatter in greater numbers than we've ever fucking been, right? And type 2 diabetes is through the fucking roof. What does that tell you? It's a direct fucking link, right? Simple as that. Don't eat fucking carbs and don't eat too much, and go out for a fucking walk for an hour.
But it's 90% what you put in your mouth and 10% exercise. It's all about, because if you...
That's right. And
people
when I
will
get
say-
that 10-foot cock, people are going to be chewing on that. And by the way, that's sweet though, but no sugar.
So, we're going to take a break and then we'll be back with a clip from one of our live shows at Bad as part of the Glasgow Comedy Festival.
I mean, nobody kicks up fuck anymore. I bet you kick up fuck. See if I worked somewhere and I didn't have something, you come in the door, I went, oh, she's going to kick up fuck. It's fucking right, I've got a kick up fuck face. You're fucking right, man. I would kick up fuck. Fucking £18 million a week for a motor that won't fucking go. Up. Guess what's up? I'm kicking fuck up.
You can't do that anywhere.
You fuck. That's the problem. That's how you're getting the piss ripped out you, man. No, what they're doing. This is Kia. This is you. And here's Kia. Taking your brakes and going.
So remember, you can see us live, and if you visit glesga.com, you'll find out all tickets, or click our bio link for more details. Because folk will say to you, you're going to put a lot more weight on, right, if you eat for half an hour or go on a treadmill for half an hour.
Who the fuck eats for half an hour?
Aye, but what I'm saying
Who the
is...
fuck's the Olympic eating champion?
Aye, but what...
Who the fuck eats for half an hour?
But that shows you, if you eat for 10 minutes or go on a run for 10 minutes, you're going to put a hell of a lot... You're going to put more weight on eating for 10 minutes than you're running for 10 minutes losing
Look,
weight.
you need to eat.
Aye, but what I'm saying is, it's all about if you watch what you eat or drink, the weight will fall off you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the difference. The people that get gastric bands, what they don't change their habits. They don't change their habits.
Well, they don't eat. And
Aye,
don't
but
eat
they
as
find
much.
because they can't physically.
Aye.
But through time, it increases. And it's and some people, what I've found, right, I get a lot of fucking anxiety and all that shite from time to time. And I eat some of the wrong things at the wrong times, and I drink a wee bit too much to kind of self-medicate. And you shouldn't do that, right? What you should do, you should learn to deal with your anxieties and all that by just sort of like taking deep breaths, holding it for 5 minutes and letting it 5 seconds and letting it back out. Just breathe and try and deal with it and try and relax normally without going, oh, I fucking, I feel better now having 6 Freddos and a fucking burger, right? That, you know, or 4 pints or something, right? This is the problem. It's habits. You've got to eat less and move more. You'd be amazed how many calories are in just what you think is an average dinner. Mm-hmm. You'd be amazed. And even if you're taking 2,000 or 2,500 calories a day, in order to lose weight, you need to take a lot less than that. If you weren't going to do any work in order to lose weight, you'd probably need to go down to 1,800 calories a day to lose weight without doing any exercise.
Aye.
So if you just stay on 2,000 calories a day, and you'd be amazed how quickly you can fucking, and you don't think you're eating that much, and by the way, you've eaten 2,000 calories, no bother.
My problem is when I drink, I go mental.
You're feeding the booze, man. I love to drink. See, I love drink. That's my downfall. I love drink. And you know what it's like when we're drinking? We're drinking, man. You've had some crisps? Oh, yes. With these cheese and onion, you are spoiling us, right? Mind that night we're on the Guinness, right? And bags of that, the Tato crisps, the Irish crisps, Worcester sauce, right? That's the problem. So before you know it, you've tanned 4 bags of crisps. You're drinking pints of Guinness, and then you get down the road and eat some pakora. Fucking, there's your 2,000 fucking calories there.
Aye.
But that's the problem.
If I go on, I can eat easily 6, 7, 8 packets of crisps after I've had the drink. A whole
I know.
multi-pack.
It's easy done. It's easy done. Do you know what the crunchiest crisps ever are as well? See these square crisps?
Oh, the squares or the kettle chips.
Oh, no, kettle chips, but no, the square crisps. You know, I don't know who makes them. Walkers.
Walkers
They're the
squares.
crunchiest crisps ever, man. And cheese and onion ones are brilliant. But I love kettle chips. But they sell them in these massive bags. And you get the Tyrrells, and you even get the Morrison's own brand, and it's 150 gram bag. And so you're going like that. So you know I love that German beer, right? So I get some of that Hofbrau or Erdinger or Warstein or something. So I drink, and it's big 600ml bottles, and you're going like that, right down the hatch. And then you get a big bag, 150 gram bag. I mean, how many calories in that?
1,000 at least.
It must be. It's fucking massive. Right?
10-inch bag, 10-inch bag.
You're just sitting there in your pants, man. A bottle of beer, man. Oh, drinking. You're not having one. Maybe have a whiskey or two or something. And then you get another bottle of beer and you're sitting there with a packet of crisps. 150 gram bag of crisps. And by the way, you've had your breakfast, you've had your lunch, you've had your dinner. This is just you having a wee snack. So, I'll bet you I've regularly had in my day, in my life, I'll bet you I've easily tanned 4,000 calories in one day.
Aye.
And that's no the sort of thing where I go, I'm fucking goosed, I'm full. It's an awful way to live your life. And by the way, it's a zero-sum game. So you keep doing it, you end up expanding at a fucking alarming rate, and then by the time you're the size of a planet, and then you just fucking drop down dead.
Because you always say to me, you're surprised you've never had like diabetes or anything like that.
I know. I'm fucking astonished. I've never been. I've not got anything like that. I don't wake up and I need to eat because it shows you my glucose levels are high or nothing. I'm amazed. I'm astonished. I've never had anything like that.
I'm always getting told I'm too skinny, and if I ever catch anything, I'm not going to have enough fat to find it. Why do folk always tell you that? Scottish folk, you need a good feed.
Because they're fat, jealous bastards. They go, oh, you're not picking you, you're fucking, fuck you, fuck off. Fuck off, fatty. Oh. I'm going to hide in your spoon drawer. That's just fat people.
I think I would probably... So I get my nose done maybe about 15 years ago.
I know.
Because it got broke.
Caught in the flaps of somebody's arse. What's that there? Sorry, I was just looking up your hole there, sir. Yeah, fucking fud.
Just trying to get a job.
So what happened to your nose?
So my sister's pal hooked me.
Your sister's pal hooked you?
Aye.
Pourquoi?
Emma McConnell, she was called.
Emma McConnell.
She, I don't know, I guess said something, I slagged her off, and she just turned around and punched my nose. And I knew it bled.
It bled?
But then it wasn't until maybe 5 or 6 years later. The
bleeding stopped?
No, if I sort of touched it, I could hear it clicking. It was weird. So it was like displaced. And I went to see about it.
So you never noticed it clicked?
It had a fracture, it had a hair fracture in it.
And it had been because, see when I done remember the Chinese cat?
Aye.
And I was pissed and I went and I slipped and broke and I face planted myself. Do you remember we'd done the show and
I thought you'd been beat up when I came to see you.
Well, my nose is broke there. I mean, it's all broke. And I mean, I've already got a nose like a fucking bag of house.
Can you feel it's broke?
Oh, I can feel it's inside all broken.
God.
So
do you need it fixed?
Fuck off, no. Fuck that. It's just what it is. I don't care.
I just don't. All these Botox and all that folk getting all that shite. There's so many horror stories you hear.
Well, that's the thing we were talking about. They're not going to Turkey, they're going to a foreign country and getting all this stuff done. But I'll tell you something about cosmetic surgery. I remember reading this thing, and there was a mob. There used to be, back in the 90s when I worked at the Sun newspaper, there was a mob called, what?
The Sun newspaper.
That's a very fine newspaper. At least it's honest about what it is, unlike the Daily Record. Shower of fucking closet fascists. Anyway, so there used to be this mob called Transform Medical Group, right? And they were the people that did that sort of thing back in the day, you know, nose jobs and all that bollocks. And they were standing there one day, they were talking and they say, we see people coming in, right, all the time, and they have a wee competition with themselves. They go, see if you can spot the person that's coming in what they're wanting done. And they can never get it right. Because there's no obvious flaw that they can see that's needing rectified. But everybody, or the vast majority of people, I would wager, looks at themselves. They get their lagging off, right? And they would look at themselves in a full-length mirror and they would see something they don't like about themselves.
It's just human nature, that though.
Now, the vast majority of people look in my window and see me bollock naked and they don't like what they see at all.
Do you think it's sad though that folk get payment plans and all that?
Well, it just means you can't afford it. I think it is sad because it's obvious you can't afford it.
You're not paying up your new motor, you're paying up your new tits.
Paying up your...
Weird.
Well, that's another thing. Right, that's a huge one. The breast implants, women got. So it was all these horrible toxic chemicals that are in these bags. And they put them in, obviously, it's just like padding, innit? And they were bursting and killing them. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Or that mesh netting, what was that?
I think women's waterworks and all that, when they get, after you have a wean or something, I don't fucking know, to fix down there your plumbing, to stop you, you know, pissing yourself. I was trying to use a medical term. Fucking, as if I'm a doctor. I try to do it sensitively.
Leaving your pants are a light mesh. But I think... But it was moving, wasn't it? The mesh was moving.
It was moving. Aye. Right. And I believe that's been I mean, you hear it coming up occasionally in the radio.
Aye.
And there's only one guy, he's a doctor in America, do you remember? And he does it, but somebody pissed him off and he took the huff. He fucked off back to America.
Yep.
This fucking ball bag.
Well, he had a contract with the Scottish government to fix women that had been affected.
But he took the huff.
Wasn't he getting paid enough?
He wasn't getting paid enough. I mean, he's probably looking at all these fucking well-oiled Scottish vaginas and going, in the name of fuck, Jesus Christ, this fucking like the Clyde Tunnel. What's going on here? Fucking hell, I'm a surgeon, not a civil engineer. In the name of God, look at the flange on this shit. Fucking, you could smuggle asylum seekers in that fucking, the back cave. Anyway... So maybe that's what it was all about. And if you've got a big vagina, good luck. But I remember, everyone's different apparently. But I've known a lot of experience because women prefer to have the light out when they date with me. So there was a lady I knew once who had an enormous clitoral hood.
Right.
No, seriously. It was like one of these things they used to put phones inside at airports in the 70s. Amazing. Anyway, no names.
And did you have a wee thing you lift it and put it like you're opening the bonnet of a motor so you could get it? No, okay. No,
it's just a fanny, innit?
God almighty.
It's just a vagina. They're all shapes and sizes, apparently. But we would need to get a severe shagger. If there's any our listeners are severe shaggers, which I fucking doubt, honestly, because if you were out shagging, you maybe listen to this pish.
I don't think they do it now, but I think
they don't think they do it now.
No, when women used to have weans when they were in labour, they used to ask, "Do you want an extra stitch?" when they were repairing down below.
An extra stitch?
Aye, to make it tighter.
I'll take your word for it. But it was only if it was damaged. During
aye, they wouldn't just do it. For the sake.
I mean, it's very pliable.
Well, it must be to get away at it. God.
Well, wains are all different shapes and sizes. I mean, when people say, because it's figures, because people say, what weight was the wane? Oh, it was 7 stone 10 or something. Right? Oh no,
7 stone 10.
Fuck's sake.
God, you need
no,
more
7 pun 10.
Need more man stitch for that.
7 stone 10. 7 pun 10 or something, right? And you got that. Was that a big? I don't know if it's a big wane. Is that big?
7? No, really, no.
That's a bit normal, isn't it?
Who cares? Why do they tell you the weight of the wane? Who cares?
Because when it grows up, you might go, you're a right fat bastard. Right, we measure everything. Right, we measure everything.
It's weird that.
It's not the weight, it's more the dimensions.
Because when you pass away, I'm not going to say Glesga da 16 stone. Do you know what I mean? When wains are born, they tell you the weight. Why don't you say granddad's passed away 16 stone 8? Or something like that. Why does that
16 stone. It's probably only important if
wonder when that
somebody's carrying a coffin.
When that started.
When what started?
When wains were born, they tell you the weight. Why is that a thing? Maybe in the comments
Because
you
it
can
must
tell
be
us.
it must be a health type thing or a normality within there's a median range in there.
So we're going to nip and tuck this episode. Remember to visit glesgadad.com for all our upcoming shows. Please share the podcast because that's the way we spread the word. And if you enjoyed it, tell your friends. But if you didn't,
Fuck off.